All right, so let's make some dice. This is the assignment. You can see this in your Canvas. The goal here is, of course, to make a dice program because we keep forgetting ours, right? They go rolling all over the table. Sometimes they fall down air vents or get sucked into vacuums. Like dice. That's like they're unpredictable. They go everywhere. So I need to make an app to help me roll the dice inside of Scratch. Now, I don't have a link to Scratch here because this should not be the first Scratch assignment you're doing. This is not an intro to yeah. So anyway, Scratch. We're gonna need a full dice set. Now, a full dice set in the a full dice set in the context of Dungeons and Dragons is effectively this. So this is 1d4, so that's one die, and that has 4 sides, and then 1d6, that's one dice that has 6 sides, a 1d8, 2 d10s, because we actually are going to use the d10s as a ones place and a tens place to get us all the way up from like 0 to 99, which is cool. 1d12, and then of course the most classic 1d20. That should be a total of 7 dice, and if we look here, we actually see there's only 6 things, but that's because there's 2d10s, so that's 7 total dice. This is what I think it might look like. Like here's a bunch of dice, and then like maybe you click on the dice and they roll, and then maybe you have a history of the dice rolls, and then maybe you've got some really awesome art. I've drawn a dragon there. I don't know. The art, the whole, like, make it your own, right? The requirement for the assignment is that you have 7 dice, and that when you click on the dice, or when you click on a button that you create that rolls the dice change their dots, or they change their number, or they change sides, so that effectively we get a random number generator, right? Yeah, good. So this is my dice simulator. You'll note here I've got 2 beautiful dice. This triangle here is a 4-sided dice, because that's what 4-sided dice look like. The square is a 6-sided dice, because that's what 6-sided dice look like. If you're ever wondering what the shape of a dice is, just Google it, or ask Mr. Lowe if it's during school time. He's got some dice. I don't have any dice with me right now, actually. That's really weird. Normally within arm's reach of dice. I don't know what happened. I've been sitting on my table, but it's the middle of the summer and I haven't played Dungeons and Dragons very often. Anyway, getting back to it, the code is actually, I feel, pretty straightforward. There's some things that you're going to need to do. First off, I've got different sprites down here for my 2 dice. Now you're going to have 7 dice, so you're going to have 7 sprites. I've named my d6 a d6. I've named my sprite 1. I should name that like d4. In fact, I can rename my sprite right here. I can call it d4. Boom. So that's a d4. There's some costumes, and in fact, we look at the costume for my d4. I've got a 1, a 2, a 3, and a 4. I drew this triangle all by myself. I drew it, right? And then I copied the base triangle and then changed the number on every one of them, so that I have 4 unique costumes, 1 through 4, right? And then in the code, I've got, when this sprite is clicked, I repeat this 10 times apparently, and I'm switching costumes, picking a random number 1 to 4, and then I'm waiting. That's a 0.1 second. So if I come over here and I click that, it scrolls, it changes a bunch, and then it finally settles on a number, which is interesting, right? Like, and I've got it changing or repeating 10 times so that it gives it the illusion there of rolling. Maybe you I don't know, maybe you add some turning in there when you click it. Ooh, it rolls around. That's kind of really, ooh-wee. That's cute. It's not that cute, but maybe we want to go to, let's get rid of that really quick here. I want it to roll, but I don't want it to get like lost. Let me turn it back 15 degrees here. Oh, there we go. This is good. Let me put it there. Let me make, after that is done, it's going to go back there, and it's going to point in direction 90, and then we can have it roll, and it's going to roll all around, and when it's done, it's coming back. So, okay, that's not bad. Basically, too, this bit of code here is going to be the same bit of code. I mean, I just added some of it too, right? Like when I click on this, changes a bunch of dots. Let's go ahead and check out the costumes. Notice I've got 1 2 3 4 5 6 costumes, and that is for every my 4. I was getting lazy with my 4. That should not look like that. Let's fix that. Let's purple this up, cover this up, put my 4 dots in the proper areas here. Where's my green? Oh, where's my green? Can I pick a different color? I don't know. Let's pick a green here. That looks about the right green. Let's come over here and add a dot. There we go. Now my 4 looks like a proper 4. What is this? This is wrong. Let's you know, there we go. Let's change that back over to the purple area. Let's get rid of this. There we go. Okay, so now the dots look better. I don't know why my dots. What was this? This is not there. This is Steven's getting lazy with his dots. Let's get some green in here. You just gotta paint them in, you know. And I made. Okay, so that's a better D6. Those are better dots. They're in the proper spots. I mean, you know, whatever. Let's set this direction back to 90. Whoop. There we go. And if I were going to get all 7, I might need to change the size too. Maybe I can change the size to 50 or something that's smaller, you know, put it over here. Basically, I could just copy. Well, I don't actually want to copy it though. I would only copy the sprite if it were a D10. But anyway, now you got, you know, some rolling there. That's not rolling. Let's turn it, and then let's go back to this direction and that position, and now let's boom, wee, wee, wee. All right, so there we go. You do that like 6 more times. You'll change, you know, that number and that number depending on the sides that the dice has. You'll change the number of costumes. I would really suggest that you pick the shape for the dice, and then with the costumes you just put in numbers, especially for the, well, really anything other than the D6. You don't want dots, you probably want numbers. Yeah, I hope that helps. Once you're done, make sure you share it, you know, check out the project page, put in some instructions, click the dice to roll them, notes and credits, thanks for the great game. Woo. And then, you know, you copy the link and you copy the link and then you send me that link. All right, have fun.